Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news.
Welcome to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. This week's guest is Mike Weston, Executive Director of the His Branches Community Health Center in Rochester, New York, with the mission of showing God's love by helping to provide medical care and community development in Rochester. Tell me a little bit about how His Branches sprouted up there in Rochester.
Yeah, so His Branches began 45 years ago in 1978. Our founder, Bill Morehouse, saw the need in the underserved neighborhoods in order to provide medical care. So we started a clinic, started with a couple doctors, and began seeing patients and recognized that it's not just medical care that impacts people's lives, but it's actually where they live. And so it branched into community development as well. So for 45 years now, we've been serving the community here in the 19th Ward, the southwest side of Rochester, as well as the northeast side in Beechwood neighborhood with medical care and community development.
Give me a little picture of how that plays out in your day-to-day operations.
A lot of things that we do here in our office are medical care. We do our primary care. So if someone comes alongside of us for all of their life, we deliver babies and keep people in. Our newest patient is 2 days old, and our oldest patient is 101. So we stretch the whole gamut. So we work in primary care. And then trust and transportation are big issues for our patients. And so we try to have as much in-house as possible. So we have laboratory services. People don't even have to leave in order to get their blood work. We do mental health counseling within our location. We utilize case managers, so if anyone has barriers such as food, nutrition, if someone's looking for a job, our case managers work with them in order to relieve the barriers to healthcare and also that social determinant. Additionally, we invest in our neighborhood. We do a bike raffle every year, give away 20 to 30 bikes with some partners in town. We had an opportunity to help reduce the speed that takes place outside of our office. So we've had a child that was hit and killed by a car in our neighborhood, so we worked with businesses and neighbors to identify the need and create a solution. As a result, we've seen car speeds drop by 25%, which is the difference between life and death of someone getting hit by a car. So just try to help people wherever they are, get to wherever they need to be.
The level of need, too, certainly isn't going down in these times, is it?
The level of need is only increasing. And right, Rochester is known for its innovation. It's known for its agitation. It has some of the greatest healthcare in the world. But if you can't get to that location, or if you don't trust the system or individuals in the system, it just becomes difficult. So a minority individual living within the city limits of Rochester dies nearly a decade sooner than a white resident of the suburbs. And so our clinics are located in the city. We provide access to those who don't have access. So a lot of people bike, walk, and get on the bus in order to get near us. And so like those needs, as we've been able to see, medical and mental health have been extreme, especially coming out of the COVID pandemic. We could argue all day long on what is best or worst in the plans. You know, that happens all the time on social media. But as a result, we're left with the fallout. And so our team has found that about 50% of our patients, we have about 3,600 patients, now 50% of them qualify for anxiety and depression. And a lot of that stemmed from just their condition of living even before the pandemic, and it only worsened as a result of that. So our mental health counselors are working with providers really on an every single day basis in order to help people see that they can have a better tomorrow with the resources, the way, and the willpower in order to get forward. So it's been a blessing. We've had a mental health for about 2 years now, and it's been one of our most active programs that we've created.
Your mission statement says that you exist to show God's love through all of these different things that you do. And how does that manifest itself?
One of the things that we look at is we look at the book of Revelation, and we see that John reveals that before the throne, there's a multitude that no one can count from every nation, tribe, and people and languages. So one thing is our team not only reflects our neighborhood, but we want to be an example of the diversity made possible by Christ today, as well as the one that we'll experience for all of eternity. So we have a lot of diversity that's made possible by the gospel. We have a staff that's motivated to display God's love by providing care every single day. So even just our staff is treating individuals with the dignity that is due them as made in God's image. And then one of the things we like doing is by meeting needs. We think it's an awesome way to show our faith in real life. So like when Paul writes in Galatians, he talks about, without works, in a sense, our faith is dead. As he writes about that, we think, man, by doing what we do every single day, motivated by faith, we're helping people see God's love.
That's Mike Weston, Executive Director of the His Branches Community Health Center in Rochester, New York, with the mission of showing God's love by helping to provide medical care and community development in Rochester. Please join us again next time as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.